Hey guys, I just wanted to come on today. I know that I'm more sporadic. Like when I first started this channel, I thought I could do a channeling every day. That's not the case because I realized that channeling also has to be a two-way street. Somebody has to want to provide a message, and not to say that a lot of them don't. It's just that to catch it at the right time is kind of tricky. So today I'm going to be tapping into a ninth dimensional being named Candace. She is my guide when I traverse the ninth dimension, and I also have a ninth dimensional higher self, like some of us already do, as I am what I would call part of the angel race that is here. A lot of us are earthly angels. We'll have a lot of ties to our seventh dimensional self, our ninth dimensional self, and our 12th dimensional self, because those are the angelic dimensions. So please know that Candace is an angel. She is also and when you think of angels with wings and all of that, if you could just imagine for a moment that yes, there are angels that have wings. There are angels, that don't look like little babies floating in the sky. That isn't the impression I've ever gotten. Angels can even be different humanoid looking species that have the capability of actually teleporting without the wings. So I think that's why a lot of depictions are shown with wings, because not only could they fly, they could teleport. Usually angels can teleport with the speed of their mind. So what I will say to that is that if you are ever having dreams, or you're ever in a space where you're actually out of your body, you'll notice that you can go like this. So if that's the case for you, you might be an angelic. So Candace is an angelic from the ninth dimension who wishes to come through. I asked everyone who wished to, and this was her. So I'm going to start this up. As you guys know, I've already done my sound bowl. I've already done my clearing of this space. So I'm just going to start this up, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks a lot. To leave a message for any of you that wish to hear it. As I am not the most known by name, however, I am known quite well within my dimensional space. I come today with a message because I, as an overseer within that own dimension, have news of great tidings that I wish to express to you all today. I oversee what some would call the blanket, how could I put this? Let's just say if there was a blanket of space that performs in a way that keeps an eye and tracks on all of the individuals who are most processed by this blanket. That's the best way I could describe it. Then, as the blanket takes hold of those individuals and the communication between the blanket and those individuals increases, as the blanket starts to dissipate simply because all of those who are part of the blanket have absorbed and swallowed it, they are now the individuals that possess the blanket. The blanket no longer exists, so therefore they are all fragments of that same blanket. I hope this makes sense, but what I'm trying to say is all of those who have the blanket within them, aka source, let's just leave it at that, have been finding that as you're reaching on your stairway to heaven, let's put it that way, that you are getting tripped up, or those around you are falling down, or those are falling with you, or you are falling too, or you are rising up. Now, I do want to express this. I am sorry for those of you that have had friends that have fallen to the wayside. You've had family members and also those loved ones that didn't make it. You're noticing who's making it and who's not making it. You might notice even online, you may also notice in your community that you're not seeing certain persons or people right now. This is simply what I would like to call a spiritual culling. This is taking place because there's room being made for those that are rising, that are going to succeed, that are going to finalize their existence as they have seen fit through their contracts. And the new waivers that are coming up are going to fill those spaces because they are going to meet you halfway. It was unexpected that so many would fall. It was unexpected that those that have been on the journey for some time would also not realize what was taking place, and yet it did occur. For those that did not follow, source's code, let's put it that way, that did not follow their heart, they still stayed in the ego. Unfortunately, those of you that are in that situation may find that the vision that you see is one of which is all still fueled by the ego. Now, for those of you that have risen above the ego, I am so blessed to say this to you all at this time. You are going to move on, and you are also going to start to see that your world develops in a way that you cannot fathom. For those that were entrapped by the ego, please know that should you be shifting again, as it is always your right, and it is always your awareness that allows you to do so, please know that it will be harder of a transition now that the cycle is closed. Simply because the time frames, and we all know that Source and God is very big on time frames, because everything has a rhyme and a reason, and everything has its time and season, if that's to be cliche. I'm very well aware of how humans talk and integrate, because I myself am what they would call an earth walker. I have also walked this earth alongside all of you. You may not see me. I might be coming in and out to help the humans here and there jump out of the way of danger, etc. But I'm what you would call an angel on the ground. I don't inhabit any bodies unless I need to, but I am here with you guys. So a lot of your, innuendos and your slang makes complete sense to me. However, I can also speak many languages if necessary, and even then I would still know the syntax and the innuendos of those languages as well. However, what I will say is that the all, the source, God, whichever way you want to put it, is very big on time frames, because everything is meticulous, methodical, and also at the same time in an everlasting flow of goodness. So if someone missed the boat, it's not to say that you missed it forever. It's just that when you miss a boat, if you can understand, it is a lot harder to get back to the boat than if you had caught it in the first place. So just know, it's not that it's gone forever. It's just as it sails away, it's going to be a lot harder to swim back to that boat. So just know, if you got entrapped or enticed by an egoic cycle, know that this is not just your only rodeo and or life and or time that you're going to get. Yes, it is a very important time. It is a ascension time. However, I will point this out, is that it isn't critical as a soul mass, as you can understand, one that is infinite, that you have to catch it this time around or at this very present moment. If you acknowledge it, that's one thing. That's a big step. However, for those of you that didn't need the extra catering and or coddling and or teaching, you're going to move forward and you're going to accelerate the process for the rest of those that did miss that boat. So please know, at every point in turn, you're not leaving your brothers and sisters to the wayside. You're going to try to pick them up. So you'll notice though, however, those that miss the boat will have a harder time connecting. They're going to find that there are very few boatmen, let's put it that way, that are willing to go back and get you. So the thing is, those that are being called to be boatmen, in a sense, to go and reanimate those that have missed the boat, there's going to be few and far between. So you'll notice that there may be a bit of scarcity, a bit of panic for those in the in that headspace. Some of you may not even realize that you missed the boat. You will be on a trajectory of aimlessness for the duration of this part of time. But know that aimlessness will eventually clue to you that you are going in a circle, and then maybe perhaps you'll realize you missed the boat. Should this take too long at this time, I would say that maybe you might need to have another go of it after your karmic cycle. So if you are somebody who's just walked into a karmic cycle, you've noticed it, you've recognized it, and you're trying to get out, that's probably a better estimate of getting out at this time. However, if you have not figured it out and you continue on the karmic cycle, and you do for some time, unfortunately, you will be locked into that cycle. And for those of you that did accelerate and have taken heed to what is going on and are following along with the process, I just want to congratulate you wholeheartedly, because those of us in 9, 12, 7, 5, we've been anticipating so much growth to come, and it's very exponential. Like, it's something that we did not even foresee, to be honest. Like, obviously God has all of the timelines and all of the probabilities figured out. Like, that is, and we, as those that work for the source, we're not privy, just like you're not privy to all of the different variables and things that come out of place. Now, please know that a lot of us, based on our own trajectories and based on our own biases, because we also have bias, especially those of us that are boots to the ground, that are here doing the work alongside of you. We must adopt a lot of human qualities and traits in order to do our own job. So yes, we too also can, I guess, guesstimate, or we can estimate, or we can slyly, maybe perhaps place friendly bets on who's going to do what. And I shouldn't even be saying this, but I do want to come across as someone that makes it well known that we are treading alongside of you. So know that if you do ever get into some form of accident, or you do ever get into some form of tragedy in your life, you'll notice that there's always this one person that comes maybe right before, right after, to provide you peace and solitude. There are a lot of us just running around this planet trying to help you out in your time of crisis, in your time of need. So I will say this, is that we were very surprised to see how many actually seemingly did not seem like they were going to arise to the occasion, so to speak. And then all of a sudden, magically, they just transformed, and it was so beautiful to see. So I did want to share that with you guys. So again, if you are stuck in a karmic cycle, know that we are here with you, supporting you all the way. If you are someone that's realizing that you missed the boat and you wish to go catch it, this would be your time now. And for those of you that are on the boat, congratulations. It's been a long ride. It's been a long haul. I'm not saying that it's going to be that much easier, but you're on the boat now. So you're kind of on the level, and you're going to continue on that level for the time that is allotted for this to take place. So please know, if you do feel like there's an ease overwashing yourself, and you do feel an ease that has come at this time, please know you might be on the boat. So I just wanted to kick off and say that I am one of Ashley's guides. I am an angel guide. I'm not her higher self. And I do work with her here on the ground. As she does her work, I work alongside. She has multiple, however, I was one that has been here for some time. I guess you could say myself and Haniel do a lot of work on the ground, and I feel like us as a paired unit here in this sector of the planet, I do feel inclined to give you guys all a heads up as to how great you guys are doing. So I do want to say thank you for this time. I will have a lovely day, and I hope you guys also do as well. And that is it for me. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye for now. Wow, that was really lovely energy. And I mean, I know of her. I've worked with her. I wouldn't say she's had to jump in as much as some of my other angels, but I do appreciate everyone who comes in. But I also feel like she's she's been doing this job a lot longer than some angels, I feel. Like okay, if I could put it this way, like, let's say she's like seasoned, if that's the way to put it. I mean, these beings are eternal, but it seems like if there was assignments in heaven, and God said, like, what angels want to go down to earth from the get, like, I mean, like from prehistoric on, or whatever the case may be of when humans did finally arrive here. I feel like she was one of the first, and she's been here. It's like she has a really good idea of what happens here. So it's a little different than some of the other angels I interact with, especially ones coming from 9, because I mean, that's her resonance frequency, but that's not how I communicated with her, because she was speaking with me, I guess, in a 3 to 4 dimensional sense, like as if she was right here. And it's like she approached me from this space. So I would say that she's a very high resonating being that works fundamentally with this dimension. So that was really interesting. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I apologize. I try to give this briefing of what I've felt and interacted with. So I do thank you for joining in today, and I hope you have a lovely day. And if you do have any questions about what I do, I am a higher self channeler. That means I can tap into anyone's higher self, meaning that I can provide a form of therapy that you facilitate, because all the information comes from you. So you would be the one who's allowing me into your consciousness, and therefore I could help guide you through what you're going through. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and bye-bye for now.